Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Kneon. We're gonna talk about Twitch streamer Dr. Disrespect getting banned, permabanned from Twitch for unknown reasons, and some conspiracy theories about why this may be. Apparently nobody knows currently what is going on with Dr. Disrespect. He is one of the largest gaming streamers on the platform. He might be the largest since Ninja and Shroud left for Mixer, and we know how that went. Mixer went belly up. It's pushing everyone over to Facebook gaming. So we're going to dip in, talk about this a little bit, talk about what might be in the pipeline, that there may be a competitor for Twitch. With Mixer out of the way, it could be that Spotify is looking to become a Twitch competitor. And if that's the case, will they also look at becoming a YouTube competitor? If Spotify is killing it with podcasting, and we know they are, could they be looking to get into video? Could they actually give YouTube a run for their money at some point? That would be really interesting, wouldn't it? So before we get into it, please subscribe. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We haven't really asked you guys in a while, but we're finding out that only 10 or 12% of our traffic comes from subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell for notifications to make sure you know when new videos go live. So Dr. Disrespect was banned. He was banned on Twitch, and everybody's talking about it. Forbes, of course, is pumping out like 15 articles a day, maybe not that many, but quite a few, talking about the ban. And we're going to show you when apparently Dr. Disrespect found out. It was during a live stream. It's kind of sad to watch, but then we're going to talk about possible reasons behind it and what the game journos seem to think. All right, here we go.
I appreciate everyone watching today.
Who's in the backyard? Who is going to be looking?
We'll get through this Champions Clip. I know it's a tough. Life's weird right now. We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Yeah, this is kind of hard to watch, but this is apparently when he found out. Yep, and we cut, and yeah. So Forbes has a couple of articles up today, a couple more articles, maybe not 15, but they have a couple up, talking about what we know, what they know. This is Dr. Disrespect banned from Twitch, Doc's statement, and what we know. Twitch abruptly banned celebrity streamer Guy Dr. Disrespect Beam last night. Is it Beam or Beam? Leading to a day of speculation about what may remain mysterious circumstances. At this point, it remains unclear why Twitch took the extraordinary step of abruptly banning one of its most popular, if not most problematic, streamers. In the past, many have been critical of Twitch for not enforcing its rules against large streamers. After a day of silence, Disrespect has made only a brief statement on Twitter, saying that Twitch has not notified him of any reasoning behind the ban. In the days since he was banned, speculation has run rampant throughout social media, but there has been no official word or credible leaks about why this ban happened. Twitch has yet to specify a reason or speak about Disrespect specifically. The company's only statement has been vague. This is what they said. As is our process, we take appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines or terms of service. These apply to all streamers regardless of status or prominence in the community. This is Disrespect's second suspension. The first was temporary after he streamed from the bathroom at the LA Convention Center during E3. While Twitch has not been clear about the length of the suspension, streaming and esports industry insider Rod Breslau is reporting this is permanent. So he is getting canceled pretty quick because apparently he has a YouTube channel, but even his action figure manufacturer is removing his likeness from their offerings. It does remain available from third-party retailers. Discord is reportedly ending its partnership with him, and Twitch took the unusual action of refunding subscriptions to his stream. So Rod said on Twitter that he knew from credible sources why he was banned. However, whatever reason has been given appears to be one of an extremely sensitive nature. He continued to say that he would not be revealing the reason presented to him publicly. So it could potentially be a bad thing, like a very, very bad thing. We don't know. Now, there are rumors, and we're going to talk about these rumors. Well, this is one of the very bad things they're talking about. I'll just leave this here. I'm not going to mention it. You can read the headline for yourself. Now, this is coming from a site called Sausage Roll, which I've heard multiple people tell me that they're not sure if this is a legit site or what the deal is here, but they did kind of condense everything down into what the rumors about this are. Now, aside from there being some really nasty things going on in Dr. Disrespect's closet, I guess, the other theory that's being floated out there on 4chan and by some other YouTubers is that Dr. Disrespect is talking to a potential Twitch competitor called Brime, but Brime is actually owned by Spotify. So it could be that Spotify is trying to poach talent for its new video streaming service. This is totally in line with what they've been doing. They poached Joe Rogan. They paid him $100 million to come over to Spotify. And I'm starting to wonder if anyone can actually compete with Twitch and YouTube, it would probably be Spotify. They already have the technology. They just got to flip the switch to video, and they could do it. They're equipped to do it. They've got monetization set up and all of that. So that would be actually kind of cool to have a platform that you could theoretically upload videos, live stream, or upload audio podcasts all on one platform instead of having to have like multiple places to host your stuff. Because I know that's one of the problems we run into. We do a theme park podcast and we have to go out to, we've got it up in like 2 different hosts and it's a pain in the butt. And I'm like, I'd rather just like upload everything to YouTube or whatever and just have it go wherever it needs to go. But they're seriously throwing some bucks at people. And they don't seem to be averse to taking on controversial figures. Joe Rogan is pretty controversial to some people. He just found himself in another controversy a couple of weeks ago. He's always saying stuff that makes people mad because he's got a lot of really strong opinions. And of course, people are going to be looking to cancel Joe Rogan because he is a big voice. He's got a huge platform. He makes a lot of money. He's problematic. So people are going to be looking to cancel him for sure. Twitter is going to want this guy canceled. And they're trying to cancel him. They've been trying to cancel Joe Rogan for years. But Spotify is like, hell yeah, we'll take him. We'll take his audience for $100 million. So is it possible that at the time with Ninja and Shroud being tied up at Mixer, which we know how that ended, it ended just like a week ago, is it possible they went after Dr. Disrespect and that broke the terms of service? That's a theory. But there's apparently no proof of it. So here we go. This is Dr. Disrespect has been broken the silence on his Twitch ban. So it says evidence seems to suggest that he's launching a new Spotify-owned gaming streaming service platform called Brime. Dr. Disrespect is definitely the most unforgettable and unique streamers on Twitch. His persona, which clearly seems to be a parody of disgraced Donkey Kong champion Billy Mitchell, earned him the spot not only as a beloved online personality, but also as a superstar celebrity. That's why so many people were shocked to see the 2-time get permanently banned from Twitch this Saturday. It was inevitable that speculation and rumor about Dr. Disrespect's sudden ban would spread like wildfire, especially after the strange and scary events that took place on his last live stream. We showed you that. He checked his phone and he lost character for a moment. He clearly seemed rather distraught when he read it. So this is what he said. He said, Champions Club, Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all for the support during this difficult time. Even after the alleged response from Dr. Disrespect, people think something fishy is going on. YouTuber and Drama Alert host Daniel Keemstar Keem says he doesn't buy it at all. This is absolutely impossible to believe. I do not believe a word of it. Something fishy is going on, Keem said in a response to Dr. Disrespect's tweet. There's a new speculation that Dr. Disrespect was approached by Spotify to help them launch their own streaming service called Brime, and that he'd approached multiple streamers, including Ninja and Shroud, and when Twitch caught wind of this, they immediately terminated his contract. A post on 4chan backs these claims up by stating that the new streaming platform owned by Spotify was allegedly supposed to launch on Monday, June 29th. Twitch is going full damage control in an attempt to drag Google into lawsuits in order to prevent and or taint their Brime launch, the post reads. Spotify are planning on taking on YouTube with their brand new video service that's set to launch later this year, and they booked the world's largest podcast host, Joe Rogan, to launch it with them. It could be very likely they're now taking on Twitch and getting some of the larger streamers to help them launch Brime. Twitch have allegedly not given Dr. Disrespect a reason for his ban, leaving him completely in the dark. If the rumors are true and he's working with Spotify to launch a new streaming service, then he probably knows the reason why he was banned. Sadly, it's not looking good for Dr. Disrespect, as his future on Twitch looks like it's over for good. Fuck Twitch. Twitch is garbage. It's become a garbage site. It's not even worth, I personally don't think it's worth being on there. I mean, if you're on there and you've amassed a following over the years, yeah, but everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving. The big gamers are leaving. Pretty much Twitch is just going to be a bunch of ladies shaking their boobies for coins. That's what's going to be left on Twitch. So if you actually want to stream other kinds of content, you're probably going to have to go someplace else. Again, Mixer is pushing people over to Facebook gaming. I don't know how that's going to do. We have Clownfish TV gaming on Twitch. We haven't uploaded over there in forever. I just don't see the point. We have a YouTube channel too, but we're seriously considering about switching gaming content over to Facebook for now, because we have, thousands of Facebook followers over there too. But if this comes along, if Brime comes along as part of Spotify, and it's a solid solution for podcasting and video and live streams, and they're willing to, not be as censor happy as YouTube has become, again, taking on somebody like Joe Rogan, seems like they're a little more open to content. That might be a place that we wind up too. I don't know. Again, nobody really knows what the deal is. These are just rumors. Paul Tassi at Forbes talks more about Brime. He doesn't seem to buy it though. He doesn't think this is true. Paul Tassi said, "What's Brime? The latest streaming conspiracy involving Ninja, Shroud, and Doc." They do have apparently they have a Twitter account set up. He said he's gonna have to debunk it. While many theories about what's going on with Dr. Disrespect involve potential legal troubles that neither he nor Twitch can talk about, there's a very out there idea that was recently elevated into the mainstream by Keemstar, spread to his large following. All this seems to stem from an anonymous 4chan post that says a whole lot of wild things. Let's see what's going on here. Doc, Shroud, and Ninja were in talks on launching a new streaming platform. They were approached by Spotify under Google in order to sign contracts and launch in the coming weeks on Spotify's soon-to-be-announced streaming service. Note, it will not be under the Spotify brand name. Doc reportedly approached multiple streamers personally on Twitch in order to facilitate a platform shift. Twitch reportedly found out when a streamer close to him tipped them off. As a result, Twitch's legal team completely terminated his contract and is currently filing motions for civil suits. Both Doc, Twitch, and Spotify are currently undergoing mediation. No one can talk or discuss this due to the NDAs imposed by Google. Twitch is going full damage control and attempting to drag Google into lawsuits in order to prevent and or taint their launch. These will all be filed on Monday, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow. This person is a former Twitch system admin with 2 weeks filed because Twitch is about to get hammered in the ass by Big Daddy G. Now get these threads off my board. It's not that far out there. It really isn't, because what part of the terms of service might have been, you're not allowed, if you're exclusive with us and we're paying you what we're paying you, you're not allowed to go out there and start a competing service. You're not allowed to poach people for a competitor. So it's completely possible that I think that this happened. Obviously it's pretty big that nobody's allowed to talk about it. If it was the other thing, given the way that everything is right now, if it was the other thing, you'd think that everybody would be talking about it. They'd be digging up dirt. They'd be digging up video clips of him acting inappropriately or digging up private messages or whatever, because that seems to be the way that cancel culture works. So Brime, let's see here. What else does Keemstar have? He has Brime will be answering questions on Monday. Please add any questions. Okay. Brime followers or following Shroud Ninja, and Dr. Disrespect. Well, in summary, the idea here, this is going back to Paul Tassi on Forbes, the idea here is that Doc, along with Ninja and Shroud, the two of them recently departed from Mixer, are going to start their own streaming service backed by Spotify. Dr. Disrespect approached creators about the service. Twitch found out, banned him, and are now bringing action against him. Probably for violating terms of service, because you're not allowed to go start a competitor with Twitch when you're exclusive with Twitch. No one can talk about any of this due to NDAs. This was elevated by Keemstar to a new level, where he featured a Twitter account called Watch Brime, which is reportedly a new streaming service that will start answering questions about its operations tomorrow on Monday. The account appears to have been created within the past week. The only person tweeting about Brime before this appears to be an ex-Mixer person, so it's possible that people from Mixer are coming over to this too. Because there has to be a competitor. There has to be a Twitch competitor. There has to be a legit YouTube competitor. Nobody's been able to come up with a legit YouTube competitor, because it's dangerous to just have one platform and make an income from one platform that they can ban you for any reason. You know, and they can control the flow of spice. So there always need to be competitors. There needs to be not just one competitor. I think there should be multiple competitors. So here, Paul Tassi's going to debunk this. Let's go through the theory, though it's kind of generous to call it that. First of all, Spotify is not owned by Google. That invalidates about half of what the initial 4chan post says right off the bat. Well, okay. What if they were using Gmail? What if they were using Google Drive to send documents back and forth? You know, that's the only thing I can think, because everybody knows Spotify is not owned by Google, but they probably use Google tools. A lot of companies out there use Google Mail. They use Google Drive. It could be that they're going to drag Google into it, because they're going to be like, you were facilitating this man breaking his contract by hosting these documents, these contracts, these conversations on your service. We were using Google to communicate. That could be a possibility. I don't know. Second of all, if Doc was going to go around attempting to poach streamers from Twitch, someone would have spoken up about that by now, other than someone anonymous on 4chan. Would they have? You know, because Mixer, they just announced Mixer was pulling the plug like a week ago. You know, this could have all been put together pretty quickly. Who knows? The fact is, no one is talking about the reason Doc is banned implies something kind of more serious than this, and we would not see this kind of silence around simple contract breach issues. Yeah, you would, but it could. I will give Paul Tassi that. You can, because I've worked at companies before where we had product launches, and it was like dead serious. Like, you were not allowed to talk about this product at all, not even to your spouses. You had to sign paperwork. If you want to keep your job here, and Geeky will vouch, if you want to keep your job, you keep your mouth shut about what we're working on, because anybody says anything and it screws up the launch and it gives the competition the heads up, we're going to hold you responsible for it. If you want to keep your job, you keep your damn mouth shut. Why do you think Apple is able to just kind of drop products without people knowing what the hell is going on? You know, and some of these other companies can do it too, game consoles and stuff like that. No, I do disagree with that. I think that it could potentially be something much, much more serious, but I disagree with that. If it's just a small group of people, maybe a half a dozen people talking about it, like, it's possible that Spotify reached out to him and he's like, hey guys, by the way, Ninja and Shroud are free now. Let's pull them into this too, because we gotta get off of Twitch, because Twitch has gone batshit crazy. What can we do? I can totally see that going down that way. And we're going to use Google Docs and Google Drive to, you know, throw some ideas out there, whatever. So let's bring Google into it. Just a theory on my part. I don't know. Third of all, while Ninja and Shroud have not announced where they're heading yet, and likely have more of a heads up about Mixer's closing than anyone else, it would be a huge stretch to imagine they would get involved with a brand new streaming site after what just happened with Mixer, and that seems like it would be a totally boneheaded move, unless Spotify was literally staking them like $50 million each. They gave Joe Rogan $100 million. They're in it to win it. You don't think they would front these guys as much money as Mixer fronted them? I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter if it succeeds or fails, does it? That's not your problem. If you go to a platform, they give you millions of dollars and they fuck it up and the platform fails, you still got your millions of dollars. Make sure you get paid up front, guys. you still got your millions of dollars. I don't think that's ridiculous at all. We see this all the time, Hollywood deals and whatever, they pay celebrities all kinds of money. And of course they're going to, even if it looks stupid, like we're going to go over there. Yeah, they're going to pay us $1 million an episode or $10 million an episode to go do a show nobody's going to watch. Who the hell cares? Cash the check. When it fails, you're out of the contract. You just go back. I mean, what have they got to lose? If Spotify is going to give them a ton of money, just cash that check. And if this Brime implodes, then you just go back to Facebook or you go back to YouTube. Honestly, at this point, I don't know how much longer for the world Twitch is going to be, because it's definitely not gamer friendly anymore. Not like it used to be. It's a totally different audience right now. And looking at some of the people they're bringing in to manage the community, there's certain audience they're going for. It's not old school gamers. That's for damn sure. Fourth, Doc just signed a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract with Twitch in March. Say what you will about Doc, but it does not seem logical you jeopardize that by suddenly going off the reservation, breaking your deal to sign with some brand new service. What if there was indication that Twitch was going to break before? What if you kind of had the heads up that Twitch was maybe not going to live up to their end of the bargain, or that they weren't going to be around? Well, if you're worried, they locked you into a 5-year contract and they're doling it out in small payments, and you're like, hell, I don't think I'm going to get all my money because I don't think Twitch is going to be around. I don't know. Fifth of all, Brime is a terrible name. Brime is still for sale, $50,000, and that Twitter account was just created this month. It seems unlikely that Brime could shell out millions for high-profile streamers and not even buy their own damn domain ahead of their official reveal. WatchBrime.com is parked and owned by a domain wholesaler site, though it was just purchased on June 25th. Brime TV and Brime GG were also just purchased this week. Whether Brime is a real streaming service or not, I can't say for sure. It could be a placeholder name. I can also not rule out that, given it's literally just a Twitter account right now, it could be a 4chan troll that duped the likes of Keemstar and others. That could be too. Anything's possible. There's so much about the idea that Brime has landed Ninja, Shroud, and Doc, and that's the reason for Disrespect's ban, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so Paul Tassi says, update, Brime actually had a different logo when the account was first created, stolen from a web design company. Initially, Brime was just using a logo of an existing company, bluelitmus.com, for their pick. I called them out and that instantly changed the red logo text they have now. Also, Brime isn't that too similar to Prime Amazon and could lead to consumer confusion. Yeah, it could be a big hoax too. I mean, I'll be honest, I have no idea. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on. Whatever's going on is pretty big. It's either there's some controversy with him personally, or there is another competitor, coming up. And personally, I would love to see, Spotify or someone else become a legit competitor to Twitch and YouTube, because we sorely need that. Twitch and YouTube have entirely too much power at this point, and I'd love to see another video site pop up to give people options, so people don't have to live and die by the whims of these two video platforms. I'd like to see it personally. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. What do you guys think? Let me know. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.